Hi, my name is Tess Williams, and I will be doing my informative speech on sex trafficking. There are 3 million innocent young women and women that are being held against their will as I speak. The impact of sex trafficking is chilling and can change your life in just an instant. What is sex trafficking? Sex trafficking is a form of slavery that is in the US, but also globally. Sex traffickers use violence, threats, lies, debt bondage to force women, men, and children to engage in commercial sex against their will. I learned about sex trafficking in one of my high school international relations classes. We spent almost a whole semester learning about sex trafficking and human trafficking and all other kinds of trafficking, but sex trafficking really stood out to me. For some reason, I found a lot of interest in it and even looked up statistics on it. One of the things that I found really interesting about it are how the sex trafficking unit runs. And for it to run, they need to hire people for it. And some of the people that they hire for it are the people that lure the women, men, or even children in. Some of the ways that they lure people in are high-paying jobs. So when they lure these people in, they offer these people high-paying jobs. So when they offer them, they will come to a building, or it's usually a very sketchy place, and they catch them right there. Another thing is a romantic relationship. They hire men to find girls at airports, buildings, streets, and have them start romantic relationships with them. And usually these romantic relationships could go on to up to a month, and they will end up taking them somewhere. And when they end up taking them somewhere, it's obviously to the sex trafficking unit, which is very sad. Some statistics that I found are like the average victim of a sex trafficker is from 11 years old to 14 years old, which that is something that really, really stood out to me, because when you think of sex trafficking, you would normally think of like a 20-year-old, even just a 16-year-old, but the average victim is from 11 to 14 years old. That is almost sickening to me. 14,500 to 17,500 are trafficked each year. That is a huge number, and I hope to see it go down as much as humanly possible. But my next statistic is that $32 billion are in the sex trafficking units. It's a $32 billion industry. And if we can't see that go down, there's no way that anybody's going to be able to stop the sex trafficking units. 50% of the people that are trafficked are children, just children, sometimes younger than 11 years old. Places where you would find a sex trafficking unit are truck stops, strip clubs, hotels, motels, and even basements. It is crazy to think about all of these things, but it is also really interesting, and I hope to see it stop in the next few years. I hope you know what to avoid and what to watch out for, and never get to be in a situation like this. But it is hard to come across the people that have been, and you never know what you can run into. The impact of sex trafficking is chilling and can change your life in just an instant. These are my audience members.
Hello, I'm Abby Briss. I'm a freshman here at Northern State, and I'm an elementary education major. I'm Michaela. I am a sophomore at Northern. I am double majoring in special and elementary ed.
I'm Nicole. I'm a sophomore this year at Northern, and I'm an undecided major.
Thank you for listening to my speech.